Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy, Sports and Fitness Rants? I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Got another great video for you guys today. As usual, you guys know the deal on this channel, man. It's all about the facts on this channel, guys. It's all about setting the record straight, stopping the lies, stopping the narratives, y'all. Holding these guys to a standard, stopping them from rewriting the history. That's what's always been about in this channel, man. And in this video, we're going to talk about how LeBron James just got his 40,000 points, right, last night in a loss, though, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Once again, the Lakers lose. And this is what I've been telling you guys all season. The inconsistency of LeBron James-led teams. They're inconsistent. Why? Because LeBron James himself is inconsistent, right? And last night, he was gunning for those points. Once again, LeBron James taking the most shots of anybody on his team, stat padding his way to the 40,000. We're going to talk about it real brief in this video because once again, LeBron James sets a milestone in a loss. LeBron James scores 40,000 points and no one cares because it's irrelevant. Right? I'm going to talk about in this video. And I'm going to thank you guys, man, everyone across the world, everyone across the states has been supporting my channel, guys. Truly, truly humbling, man. Thank you to everyone out there, man. Everyone across the membership, everyone that's been subscribing, like I said, liking my videos, sharing your content, man. Just everything, man. For real, guys. And you guys know what to do. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So, yes, guys, like I said, man, once again, you guys were on the live stream last night with me, man. I was on that live stream late last night. And during that live stream, you guys were informing me that the Lakers had lost the game against the Denver Nuggets. Now, most of us knew that they were probably going to lose that game to the Nuggets. I believe this is their 8th game in a row, including the postseason, that they've lost to the Nuggets. 8 in a row they've lost to the Denver Nuggets. They just can't really seem to beat the Denver Nuggets. And why is that? Because the Denver Nuggets are a quality basketball team, right? They share the ball. They have a bunch of quality players on that team, obviously led by Nikola Jokic. But when we think about the Los Angeles Lakers last night, and we're talking about LeBron James, and he's reaching his 40,000 points, and I tell you guys, no one cares about this stuff. What have I told you on this channel, guys? I do not respect LeBron James or his career, the way that he's carried himself, the way he's went about his business. I do not respect his overall game, his lack of development over the years, the way he is with his teammates, the way he is with the fans. Like I said, he has no honor, no integrity. He hasn't carried himself with any kind of class, which is why what? He's always asking for the respect, guys. So when I talk to you about these things, these 40,000 points, it means nothing. And once again, LeBron James exposed himself as once again not playing for the wins or playing to be a true competitor, right? He's not playing for those things. Think about all the milestones that LeBron James has reached over the last time or his last several years in LA. It all comes at the expense of winning. Remember the look on Anthony Davis's face when LeBron James passed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar a couple years back, right? Anthony Davis was kind of sitting on the bench. Why? Because they were losing, right? They were in the midst of not playing very well. This has been the Lakers since LeBron James has been there. They've been mediocre at best, guys. Yes, they have a bubble championship. We're talking about one season when they had all those months off in between, right? To give them a little bit of a help, a little bit of a break. It wasn't a continuous season through. When LeBron James and Lakers have had to play a continuous season through, they've been mediocre. They haven't barely won any games. How many games have they won in LA? Think about all the records that they've had. They're barely winning 50 games in LA, guys. This man's barely playing 50 games in LA. And once again, LeBron James sets a record, a milestone for him in a loss for the Lakers, though. So this goes to what I'm always telling you guys on this channel, the inconsistent play of LeBron James-led teams. They win one, they lose two. They win two, they lose one. They win two, they lose two. This is the Lakers. This is LeBron James and his teams. They're never consistent. LeBron James is load managing. He's ducking certain games, right? LeBron James is standing around on defense. He's lollygagging. He's blowing on his hands. He's biting his nails. You guys seen the video footage. Shout out to my man, Angry Old Hoops, man. You guys know the deal. You know what's going on out there on the court. But yet and still, LeBron James will blame his teammates, right? The media will say he needs help. So once again, these 40,000 points, it's a great accomplishment, a milestone for LeBron James personally. But once again, it means nothing in the grand scheme of his career as it relates to Michael Jordan or any of the other all-time greats. It means nothing in comparison to these guys. It does not put LeBron James above Larry Bird to me. It does not put LeBron James above a Bill Russell or a Michael Jordan or a Tim Duncan or Hakeem Olajuwon or Kobe Bryant. None of these guys, man, do I believe Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, none of these guys to me, LeBron James scoring those points matters. Because to me, once again, I've told you guys, LeBron James has taken the most shots to get the most points in NBA's history. So that kind of makes sense, right? And the only reason I say that is because the LeBron James fans were always telling us, the Michael Jordan fans, that Michael Jordan only won those scoring titles because he took the most shots in the league when he won those. But in reality, what Michael Jordan winning all those scoring titles highlights is the potency and the effectiveness of Michael Jordan's offensive game, right? The overall offensive game, the repertoire, how deep it is. That's what that highlights, the potency. LeBron James has been a consistent scorer throughout his career, but he hasn't been a potent scorer. So think about how many 40 or 50-point games LeBron James has in his career. Not impressive for a guy who's been playing 21 seasons. It's not impressive, guys. There are other guys, I told you guys, Donovan Mitchell has already broken LeBron James' 40-point mark in Cleveland. He's only been in Cleveland for, 2 seasons? And I believe he broke it by having 8 40-point games in one season. That was the mark from LeBron James. So he's not a potent scorer. He's a consistent scorer, right? Michael Jordan is a potent scorer. 10 scoring titles, leading the league in scoring every single season, the highest career average, regular season or postseason. The overall repertoire, going to the hole, winning without the basketball, moving without the ball, in the post. The overall offensive game, that made him a potent scorer. The creativity. Think about Kobe Bryant. He could be a potent scorer, right? Because he could go into a bag of tricks and score in a myriad of different ways. He could be effective against different kinds of defensive players, different kinds of defenses. The Will Chamberlains of the world, he's a potent offensive scorer, right? These are guys we think about, right? The George Gervins, right? Some of these guys who could put the ball in the hole at a high level because they have a wide variety of ways to score. It makes you more potent. Maybe they didn't play for 17, 18, 19, 20 seasons and be consistent, but when they played, they were more potent than a LeBron James ever was. So these consistent points that he scored, not impressive, because half of these points have come in the softest era in NBA's history. The softest era ever, where LeBron James allowed you to just take layups and dunks wide open. Look at the video footage, guys. I'm not impressed with what I see with LeBron James over his career. Like I said, over the last 10 seasons. Not impressive in this weak, soft NBA where guys like James Harden are potent offensive scorers. Think about that. Even a Russell Westbrook, who doesn't have an offensive game, is able to win more scoring titles than a LeBron James in this era. Think about those things, guys. This is where this era gets exposed, man, as being more about fluff numbers. Guys can put up points and they can put up rebounds and assists in this era, but overall, it's not as impressive as what some of the guys were doing in previous eras. So we give them credit, but at the same time, it's not as impressive as you want to try to make it seem, or the media will try to make this seem. Oh, LeBron James, 40,000 points. Now he's the greatest of all time. That's not accurate because once again, they'll say LeBron James the greatest scorer of all time because he has the most points, but he took the most shots to get those points. When we talk about the scoring titles of Michael Jordan taking all these shots, he was still able to be potent taking those shots and scoring, right? When you watch the film, it's not Michael Jordan just barreling into the paint, right? It's Michael Jordan scoring in a myriad of different ways against a myriad of different defensive players, different kinds of defenses overall, in an era where guys actually gave the effort on the defensive end, whereas now the effort's not there. So LeBron James is once again getting fluff numbers that no one really cares about. So once again, LeBron James scores these points, but nobody really cares. It's done nothing for his overall legacy. And once again, LeBron James does this in a loss. Losing should be LeBron James's main focus, the wins and the losses. But it never is. And then he'll come to the post-game press conference like he did and sound corny. Because LeBron James is not consistent. And his actions do not match his words. So, for example, what he's talking about last night after the game, he's talking about, that wasn't really the most important thing on my mind. I'm thinking about the winning. We lost the game, things of that nature. That sounds great, right? But when you hear him speak, it doesn't match, right, with what you've seen LeBron James do throughout his career and what you watched him do on the basketball court. Once again, LeBron James taking the most amount of shots of anyone on his team. And I'm not blaming LeBron James for the loss, right? Yes, his teammates have to take responsibility. Anthony Davis did not play great. But LeBron James, once again, they will tell us, is the leader. He's taking the most shots. And once again, his teammates are inconsistent playing with LeBron James. His teammates can never be consistent. This is why I keep trying to tell the LeBron James fans. They don't seem to get it. They want to blame Anthony Davis and all these other guys throughout his career for their failures or their ineptitudes from time to time. Whatever the case may be, they'll point to their stats. but it's due to playing with LeBron James and the way that he forces guys to fit around him, which handcuffs these guys from being their best versions of themselves, from them being consistent versions of themselves. So what you have is Anthony Davis one game scoring 30, 40 points, and then the next game he's scoring 17, 18 points, right? Because he's playing with LeBron James. One game, LeBron James taking 26 shots, 24 shots, 25 shots. One game, he's taking 17 shots, right? You never know with LeBron James. He's hogging the ball, dribbling it all the time. These are the things that make these guys be inconsistent, which leads to LeBron James teams not winning when they should be winning, and then people pointing at his teammates saying, oh, look at this guy. LeBron James has no help. Once again, it's more excuses for LeBron James. I told you he's a win-win situation. But the videotape always exposes the reality of all of this, the narratives, the lies. LeBron James cares nothing about the winning. He cares more about the stats. And last night he was gunning, taking 25 or 26 shots, whatever he took, to make sure that he got those 9 points that he needed and to surpass the 40,000, right? So he finished with, 40,017 last night when he came out of the game, or whatever the case may be. And like I said, guys, there's a pattern now, right? Every time he breaks a milestone, some kind of achievement for him, his team suffers, right? The overall concept of winning goes out the window. No one cares. You remember when he broke Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's record, right? To surpass him for points. LeBron James subbed himself out with like a sore foot. He subbed himself out. He literally broke the record and then checked himself out of the game, and then they lost the game. This is the mindset of LeBron James, guys. These are the moments that we remember, that show up on the video footage, that these guys forget. They want to forget, act like they didn't happen. These things happened. All the flopping, all the team hopping, right? All the pointing the finger, all the moaning and complaining, the standing around on defense, right? The lack of development in the overall game on the video footage, right? LeBron James fails the eye test. All of this stuff is the reason why LeBron James will never be respected by the NBA. The true NBA basketball fans, they don't respect LeBron James. I told you, I'll never respect him, the basketball player. He'll never be in my top 10. So I told you, damn him, damn his punk fans, his soft fans, who always give him excuses, who never hold him to a standard. All they do is celebrate these corny whack stats that mean nothing. This is tantamount to nothing, guys. Because once again, if someone comes along down the road and surpasses this, what are they going to say? They're going to make excuses for the same thing. No one celebrated Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's scoring record to tear down Michael Jordan, and no one celebrated Michael Jordan's scoring to tear down other players. But for some reason, they'll use these scoring numbers to tear down Michael Jordan, the other great scorers, to make it seem like LeBron James is a greater scorer than a lot of these other guys, which we know he's not. His potency is not there. The 40, the 50-point games, they're not there over his career. Yes, he might score 25, 30 points a game, 30 points in a game, but the potency of the scoring, I told you guys, is not there. Even some of the lesser scorers are able to surpass his numbers. Donovan Mitchell is able to break his Cleveland Cavaliers 40-point games in a season record in his first season on the Cavaliers, guys. Michael Jordan's record for 40-point games in a season for the Chicago Bulls, I believe, is like 39 or 30, something like that, 38, 37, 40-point games, 40-plus point games in a season, guys. That was Michael Jordan's franchise record for the Bulls. Donovan Mitchell beat LeBron James with like 8. I mean, come on, man. The potency's not there, guys. This is where these things get exposed. One scoring title in 20 seasons, but you're the leading scorer in NBA's history. Think about this, guys. This goes to LeBron James being consistent, right? Being there, making sure he shows up and rests on defense for his offense. Meanwhile, the other great scorers, other great players, they played both ways, right? The all-time greats who wanted to be respected played on both ends. They gave the effort. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar wasn't just scoring points. He was playing defense at a high level, well and deep into his career, right? Remember, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the oldest Finals MVP in the history of the league. This is what Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was doing, still being a potent offensive scorer. Why? Because he developed a go-to move that he could use with consistency at a high level. He had an overall game, but he played both ends. These guys were not resting on on defense to play offense. Michael Jordan wasn't just scoring on offense and resting on defense. I don't respect LeBron James' 40,000 points. A lot of those points came while he was resting on defense, ball hogging, in losses, right? Just chucking up shots. Think about his time in the Lakers. Like I've said, how many games have they won in the Lakers? All these points he's scored in the Lakers have been in losses, guys. This is not the same thing as what Michael Jordan was doing, what some of these guys were doing while winning. Scoring these points, playing both sides of the court, giving the effort on both ends, leading their team. Now, like I said, how come LeBron James every night is the leading shot taker for his team? But then all the blame goes on Anthony Davis. All the blame should be going, or most of the blame should be going on LeBron James. And a smaller amount should be going on Anthony Davis and Darvin Ham and some of the other guys. But it's always the other way around. It's always most of the blame goes on the second guy, right? Then the other amount goes on the head coach, and then all trickles down to the rest of the players. It never goes on LeBron James. Never does. And this is why we don't respect him. And this is why we don't respect his fans. None of his fans. You guys aren't worth a damn. You guys know the deal, man. Damn LeBron James and his fans will never respect this man. The 40,000 points, that's great for him. His fans can celebrate that. Remember, it means nothing to the real basketball fans. And once again, he does it in a loss. The Lakers once again lose. They're in the 10th seed now, guys. Remember, if Michael Jordan never had the benefit of a play-in tournament when he was on the Wizards, you like to hear these guys compare Michael Jordan to the Wizards, to LeBron James. Michael Jordan played all 82 games, right? So he's already surpassed LeBron James right there. The effort, the minutes per game, 37 minutes a game. Going out there giving the effort on both ends. Both ends, Michael Jordan gave effort and he hustled on both ends. Never ducked the smoke from any of the younger players that were coming into the league that were coming at Michael Jordan. Remember, he always gave the effort, man. Michael Jordan never had the benefit of a play in those years. If LeBron James didn't have a plane right now, they would be in the 10th seed. They would be 2 spots out of the playoffs, guys. But because they have that play-in, the Lakers, LeBron James, the NBA, they can keep him afloat. This is the mediocrity that LeBron James has been held to. They've lowered the bar for this man. We'll never allow this. He's never been up here. The bar's never been raised for him. His fans continue to lower the bar for him. Talking about accumulated stats that mean nothing. They mean nothing. Not in this soft era of NBA when everyone's scoring points and rebounds and assists. Luka Doncic, Nikola Jokic, all these guys are blowing these stats out of the water. Are they going to celebrate Luka Doncic if he scores 40,000 points one day? Remember this, guys. The league has changed. It's not about the numbers anymore. It's about the effort. It's about the game. It's about the video footage. It's about the eye test, man. Right? It's about the respect. You got to earn the respect, man. The championships, that's one thing. But you have to earn the respect. Think about Kevin Durant. He's got the championships. He ain't got the respect, though. LeBron James got 4 rings. No respect. 20 seasons. No respect. You guys know the deal, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.